I'm here today to show you a new product I've gotten. I've been using it for about a week there. It's two products by Dr. Miracles. I've stayed away from Dr. Miracles because if any of y'all are familiar with it, it has this minty, medicine-y smell, and I don't want my hair smelling like medicine, but I've recommended it over the years to different people. If they say, okay, this is going on with my hair, what do you think I should do? Or if somebody comes to me and say, hey, I'm thinking about trying this, what do you think? And I'm like, I give them the green light because I've heard over the years it's a really great product. They sell great products, but I just haven't got around to trying it. I may pick it up in the store or put a product or a little packet in my hand and I put it down because I don't want to smell minty. Well, I've been wanting something for my hair. In the back of my hair, kind of like right here and right here. My hair itches. It's been itching there, I know, for at least 6 months. And I had this theory. I'm like, ooh, my hair is growing. It itches right there. I mean, sometimes it's just like this. It's just, it's like a part of your head right back here. I don't know what you call it. But I'm like, it itches right there. Oh, it's just because my hair is growing. I want it to grow. I want it to grow back here because I'm working on something back here with these textures and growing it and hoping to cut it out, but we'll see. So for about 6 months at least, it itches right there. And so then, I'm a Texlax perm girl. Texlax means I don't process, keep the current perm in as long when I'm processing my hair. So even when it's time, because I stretch my relaxers too. I don't know about you, but when it's time for a relaxer, a perm, what we call it, a touch-up. When it's time for a touch-up, does your scalp kind of itch? Like, at some point, my skin starts itching. And I've always thought over the years, maybe it's just me. But when it's time to do a touch-up, a perm touch-up, and then they tell you not to scratch, and you see people doing this. I never did that. What that do? I'm like, honey, I got an itch. I'm going to scratch it. So, okay. I didn't know, since I've been stretching my relaxers too, I didn't know how much all that played a part in back here. Well, at some point over the course of the last month, I feel like it's been itching more. Like, even at one point, I had my husband put the camera back there and see if he saw something. Every time he said no. But one time he said, well, I see a little white. So whenever I'm, oiling, I may, massage something in there. But I wanted something to really directly, deal with it. I've even started shampooing with tea tree, which I had tried the product and reviewed it and liked it, and that's fine. But my girls really needed it. Well, when I said I'm going to start treating the back of this that itches, I start on purpose, intentionally using tea tree shampoo, and then I followed up with some kind of light moisturizing conditioner from whatever it stripped my hair from, because I'm really not a shampoo person like that. Okay, so anyway. So when I was in the store, I said, let me look for some kind of something that I could directly put on my scalp and really just deal with that itch that's back here. And so this is how I came to that long story. This is how I came, which it was in this box. And I was thinking that was going to be pricey. I know it's going to be pricey. You're going to pay about $10 at least for some oil. But it was only $3.88. I was shocked. And so this is what I ended up getting. And what made me, what jumped out with this one was because it had tea tree. And many years ago, I know it's been at least 20 years ago, I put tea tree in my scalp. I had a flaky scalp at that point, and my hairdresser did my hair, and on my times when I wasn't coming, she had me do tea tree, and I did Paul Mitchell's tea tree, or I did, it was a Neutrogena shampoo they had too, and I would alternate, you know, between the both, because Paul Mitchell was more expensive, and then I had the Neutrogena that dealt with it. It was T-Gel, like that's the name. That's been many years ago, but I think it was called T-Gel, and it had something in there, and that would deal with the flaky scalp too. Well, I treated my scalp, and I never had that issue again, and that was like over 20 years ago. I don't have flaky on my scalp now, but I just don't like the edge. So I said, let me use the tea tree shampoo, the Trader Joe's, and let me get, like, I've never been a person that oil or grease my scalp, so it's a couple of things. I wanted an oil, or, well, I wanted a grease, and so I ended up getting this, because it was something I was checking into about Care, but looking into it, ended up being a cream when I opened the container. It called it a hairdress, and I thought it was something that I could kind of put back here. But I think I made the best choice, because this is an oil, and I've been using it about a week, and it's really nice. And let me show you how I use it. It has a dropper, and I just squeeze some out, and I just, look. This is literally how I do it. So I'm still in here. And then I do like this. And so it targets, because I'm going to read the instructions in just a minute. But right now I'm massaging it in. And what the instructions tell you is, use twice a day, apply directly to the scalp, and massage for 30 to 60 seconds. Use on your hair, especially on the ends, as a finishing touch. Leave-in style as usual. And I don't put this on my ends. I can, as you can see, but I specifically got it for my scalp. And what stood out about this, because it's in a box, so you're not going to see it outside. What made me pick this up, it said my energizing system is fortified with tea tree. And when I saw tea tree, I'm like, I'm getting that jojoba and castor oil. And I said, okay, this is what I'm getting. It said also contains shea butter and soy protein to condition and strengthen the follicle. It leaves hair healthy looking with super shine. Now, twofold. I've been using this week. Also, I wanted something else. I wanted a grease. I wanted a couple things. I wanted something to deal with this. But, let me show you this. Make sure I can pick it up on camera. Are you familiar with flyaways? It's not picking up. Let's see. You know when you have a head, there we go. Here we go. Do you see that? This hair is much shorter than the other. I had started noticing when I was doing my twist outs. Like I had, this doesn't count because this is longer. But I would see a short strand or two kind of sticking out with my twist outs, and I'm like, I don't like that. And what brought the most attention to it to me is when I straightened my hair just recently. And I don't know, I feel like my hair, well, because I had just permed it and straightened it, my hair was like, to me, that was as bone straight as it had been in years. Because generally when I'm straightening it, It's not on the time when I've just relaxed it. So it was very straight. And I could see those little things sticking out, and I didn't like it. And so I wanted a grease. Oh, there you go. Let's see, can you see that? And it's like, okay, I got these from Perm time. I know I had already seen some, you know, from my Twistouts. And so I didn't like that. I'm like, well, let me treat those little hairs that are sticking up and sticking out, and where the rest of the hair was attached to it. You know what I mean? Like, so, see, I can see. Try to put it on my head. And then, let's see. When my hair gets a little older, like I said, I could see a piece or two through here, and it's like, I'm not feeling that. And so I noticed a few sticking up during my straighten, and so I said, okay, I want an oil. I want an oil. And this how I came to do this one. This is Follicle Healer Energizing System. This is the pomade. And so in the store, it was important that I open it to make sure it was an oil and not a cream, because I wasn't looking for a cream. Why do I feel like I need an oil? I just, by the spirit, I feel like I need an oil. And let me show you what I'm doing, because I'm not doing anything kind of coating it. I'm just taking a little of this. I put some of my daughter's hair to it. I like this stuff. It was $3.88 too. Now this Dr. Miracle stuff had a, you know, higher price tag on the stuff, around about $10 or something close like that. And so it's like, oh wow, that's good. And so so what I did with this past week when I've used it, like my hair is kind of curly now, so can't see it as well. But I would take wherever a hair was sticking out. Let me find another one. Wherever I saw, I don't know, follicle sticking out, and I just was, I didn't get it to coat my hair or to slick my hair down, because see, I have a sculpting gel. I have a sculpting, is it called sculpting gel? It's called Edge Control. Yeah, Control Me Edge Control. When I want to slick my hair down, I wasn't going for that. I'm going for, where I see these little hairs, I want to put something on it. I want to put something on it. And that's just what I've been doing. And like back here, what I've been doing, the same pomade, just right, because it was really, I just been putting some just right here on the nape of my neck. And I've been doing that because the nape of my neck, that's where I sweat. I sweat right there, and I sweat right here. Well, last week was a very warm week, and so I just put some around back here, like from right here. I wasn't doing that right here because I really didn't have no reason to. Maybe it's my relaxer get older, but I was really just treating. See that sticking up? That's all I'm doing. And I know it seems simple, but let me tell you about this. This one has tea tree as well. It has almond oil, coconut oil, safflower oil, and shea butter to rebuild and nourish the follicle for optimal growth. Look, it says P.S. This is hilarious. Enjoy my new pleasant fragrance. You mean it smell more medicine-y than this? And it probably did. That's why I told y'all I've stayed away from these products. But it says a lot of things on here. Like, this wakes up the dead hair follicles, nourishes the scalp with essential nutrients, works great as a daily hair and scalp treatment. I mean, I feel like, okay, like I've used this week. The last time I shampooed my hair, it didn't dry. It didn't dry all the way. And so it didn't dry all the way. I was going to immediately turn it to a twist out. I said, well, let me give it a day. Well, I was using this stuff in the meantime in the same manner I just told you. If I saw a little flyaway, I put on the flyaways. I massage my scalp back here at least twice a week. But to me, something happened. Like, okay, say I'm out. My hair may have a little frizz to it. How I rocked it all week in the sun, coming back. I still had a great hair week. And I don't know, it's something like when I took my hair down the next morning, I put it in Bantu knots. Like, I Bantu knotted my hair like when I went to sleep. Like, just big Bantu knots. Usually if I do that, my hair might be too tight. My hair might be, I'm perfecting that Bantu knot, but my hair just had a different kind of a shine that next morning when I took my hair down after using this. And I knew it was something different about my hair because I was going to turn it into a twist out anyway. Like, I don't know, my hair started looking old. I'm not really feeling it. It's time to redo it quickly. But when I would take it down, I kept being impressed. It had looked like, to me, like I had put something in my hair. And to me, I feel like I'm not really putting that in my hair. I'm just putting this stuff on these little flyaway hair sticking up. I used to, back in the day, use this stuff. It was called Nexus Comb Through. If you've been using Nexus products for years, you know Comb Through. Back in the day, I would straighten my hair, and that's how you wore it. But it had a Comb Through. And Comb Through was for flyaways, the things that stick up in your hair, and you shh. And it dealt with the flyaways. Well, I don't want any. I don't even know if they still make Nexus Comb Through, but I'm not wearing my hair straight like that. And so I'm not even talking about flyaways necessarily like that. I'm talking about stuff around my edges. I don't like it. You see those sticking up? Those shouldn't be sticking up. And so that's exactly what I've been treating. That's exactly what I've been dealing with. I had started noticing them right in the crown of my head. It's like, was I pulling my rollers too tight? What was I doing? This time, I kept my relax on 5 minutes longer than I usually do. And like I said, I noticed I have those around my edges. Was that 5 minutes too long for my edges? You know, so I didn't like that. But I feel like this is a really good product. I like how my hair has been responding to it, and I got some other stuff to try that I showed you guys on the haul, but I'm not gonna try it until I use this out for 30 days, and I come back at the end of 30 days to tell you how I like this. It's important when you're doing something and you're using something that you're giving it the ample time to make sure it works for you, to make sure it agrees with you. I only use this for 1 week, and what I noticed in the 1 week, no, my hair not itching back there the same way it was. It was really irritating itch. And also, I noticed that in relation to using this product, I'm just putting it on, massaging it in my scalp. I'm thinking I'm not really doing much. But I don't know, I feel like some kind of way, because it is the oil, it's brought something to my hair that may have been dull and dry from, you know, a little frizz and sweating out from being in the sun and just Bantu knotting and dealing with the next day. It's brought some kind of a, even though I didn't put it on my ends and I didn't want to, because I don't want my hair too oily, you know, I feel like it still brought some kind of, and it said make your hair look shiny. I feel like my hair looks shiny as a result of using this product. And it was a shine that I needed because I was going to wash it out anyway. And instead, I wore my hair the whole week until it was time for wash. So anyway, have a good one. I will too.